Sometimes you feel stuck in life, like nothing is happening. And this feeling could come from expectation from either yourself or from family members. And then to make everything worse, you open social media and everyone is winning. People are sharing their milestones, their achievements, and for you, you have nothing to share. Now, if that is you, this video is for you, because at the end of this video, you actually find out what is missing and how to move from where you are to what is next. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, the Jazz Hands are back. They didn't go anywhere, sha. I'm yours truly, Lady Lara, and today we're going to be looking at something that normally happens at this time of the year, or maybe when you're entering a new era where you feel as if you're stuck, you've not achieved anything. Now this video will give you the clarity that you need. So without further ado, let's get into it. One thing that people don't emphasize enough, we talk a lot about you need to change this. Change requires intentionality, and one special thing, substitution. Now if you check the series that I have put out, the last 3 videos, we talked about self-image, we talked about identity, and we talked about tracking your behavior. Because before you do anything as a person, it's important that you look for what has been happening. Why am I doing this particular thing? Now people tell you create a plan, get a vision board, get a journal, blah blah blah. Now all of these things will work if and only if you know what the problem is and what you need to substitute what you're doing with it. Now I'll give you guys an example. Your girl here, yours truly, Lady Lara, like I love reading romance novels. And how I got into it, my mom is a reader. So I thought, waiting this woman to make her they read with her. And then over time, I began to read novels. Like before I go to bed, I read novels. Sometimes to while away time. And then I just like the idea of reading about other people's story, like a lover girl that I am. Then I realized of recent that I am using it to fulfill an emotional gap. And then I found myself like this past 2 weeks reading those novels. Throughout the day, I'll just stop to do the basic things that I need to do, and then those things that are important to me, I do not actually do them. Now can you see that this is a pattern? And then let's assume I'm somebody who wants to make some changes in my life. It might be a problem because I'm just focused on, okay, I want to wake up earlier. But once you just see that book online, you're like, tonight you're not sleeping, you must read that novel. How do you plan to make the necessary change? So change is something that has to be done gradually, and it's something that you need to do by identifying your coping mechanism and those distractions that you have enabled. Now, sometimes it's not about willpower. Of course, willpower is important, but if you have a particular coping mechanism, and I actually started reading novels now as being a mom because it's my escape route. Like I used to target my bad habit because maybe in the night after I finished screaming at the kids, I've done what I needed to do. I'm like, oh, let's go unwind, lie down on my bed, open my EPUB reader, and I'm in another world. Now it is a distraction, but is it helping me do the things that I need to do as a person? So that way you find yourself stuck in a loop, but you are blaming the village people, whereas you are your own problem. So you need a replacement system if this is who you have been for a while now. You can't just wake up and snap your fingers and expect that change to happen. It would be challenging, and then you keep on wondering, why do I keep on going back to this thing? Because it calls you, like Moana, how Moana said the sea calls her. There is something that habit gives you, like I explained in my last video. It gives you some sense of fulfillment when that dopamine is released. And then you tell yourself, okay, I'm not going to read novels. My brother, my sister. After 2-3 days, you'll be like, I can do this. Let me just read one page. From one page, you are back to that same habit. So what you need to do as a person is substitute that habit. If you know that reading novels distracts you, like what I'm going to do in this coming year, I will not read novels during the day. I will do what I need to do in the morning, then at night I can indulge. That way there is a bit of, there is a structure. And then once I get stronger, I'm going to create a system that would definitely work for me, because that system has been built for me, by me, to get me where I want to be. So if you're wondering what is this system I'm talking about, I have the video here where I talked about systems and how they would help you get to where you want to be as a person. So make sure you check it out. So importantly, you don't just delete an identity, you replace it, because the brain has already saved certain information about you. Okay, she loves to read novels. Okay, novels help her relax. They give her relief. And the others like control delete. Mbano. It has me to look for a way to find something else. Now for novels, in case I want to stop, which I need to reduce, maybe I watch a movie, or I go online. We have a lot of apps these days. I just like, give me the summary on this particular novel, and it makes it easier for you to find out what you want about the book. Then you move on with your life. Most of us think that if you want to become a better person, or if you want to find clarity, it will just come in one day. You need to start small. They will say every journey began with one step. Start small, not 10 steps. Ask yourself, this coming era, this coming year, this coming new year of mine, what is that one thing I want to stop? I want to start. And I will lead by example. You see, my sleep habit is something I want to adjust. Over the years, I've been birthing kids, doing the Lord's work. I know. So my sleep pattern has been erratic. But I want to work on something, whereas by 11, bad as he bad, I am lying down on the bed. And if possible, dropping my phone. I know, right? So start small. We're not looking for perfection here, guys. That is not the aim of this channel. This channel is just to help you make those right choices that will get you to where you want to be, moving from point A to point B. So start small. You're not looking for the change that just change overnight. It doesn't happen that way. Growth doesn't happen like fireworks. It takes time. It comes like a shadow. Sometimes it's really, really quiet. Sometimes it might be loud. Sometimes you don't even know when it is going to manifest. So sometimes the change comes as you want it to be. Sometimes the change comes in a different way. Sometimes it doesn't even come at all. Sometimes it will come in a way that you least expected it to manifest. But one way or the other, something is happening. But that does not mean that nothing is happening. But what you need to do is to keep at it. That one thing that you want to achieve. Most of us think that if you want to become a better person, or if you want to find clarity, it will just come in one day. You need to start small. They will say every journey began with one step. Start small, not 10 steps. Ask yourself, this coming era, this coming year, this coming new year of mine, what is that one thing I want to stop? I want to start. And I will lead by example. You see, my sleep habit is something I want to adjust. Over the years, I've been birthing kids, doing the Lord's work. I know. So my sleep pattern has been erratic. But I want to work on something, whereas by 11, bad as he bad, I am lying down on the bed. And if possible, dropping my phone. I know, right? So start small. We're not looking for perfection here, guys. That is not the aim of this channel. This channel is just to help you make those right choices that will get you to where you want to be, moving from point A to point B. So start small. You're not looking for the change that just change overnight. It doesn't happen that way. Growth doesn't happen like fireworks. It takes time. It comes like a shadow. Sometimes it's really, really quiet. Sometimes it might be loud. Sometimes you don't even know when it is going to manifest. So sometimes the change comes as you want it to be. Sometimes the change comes in a different way. Sometimes it doesn't even come at all. Sometimes it will come in a way that you least expected it to manifest. But one way or the other, something is happening. But that does not mean that nothing is happening. But what you need to do is to keep at it. That one thing that you want to achieve. Sometimes you have everything mapped out. Then before you know, something happens, and then you're not be able to do what you wanted to do, or you are not just in the mood. You are just not feeling you're safe. You begin to feel one way or the other. You should expect it. Expect resistance. Expect your body at a point to be like, oh, we've been doing this thing now. I am tired. That's why you do not need motivation. What you need is resilience. What you need is discipline. Discipline to show up even when you don't feel like. Discipline to show up even when no one is clapping for you. If you want to push yourself forward, if you want to get yourself from this stuck that you're experiencing at the moment, you need to work without validation, without external applause. Go ahead and do what you need to do. And how will you do that then? Once you always keep on reinforcing your why. What is my why? Why am I doing this thing? What is this thing going to do for me as a person? Let's stop from the whole, oh, I'm selfless. Duh. It gives you some feeling one way or the other. Why do I want this? What does this mean to me? Ask yourself. If you're feeling down, if you feel like what you're doing doesn't matter at that moment, ask yourself. It starts with you. Trust me, it is beautiful when people say, oh my God, Lara, I watched your video and it touched me. But there will be that moment of invisible growth. And are you going to say you're not going to do anything? No. You keep on pushing till you get to the promised land. And then you'll be pouring your mind, your soul, your resources, your money, your body. And you're like, what is happening? It is something that should be expected. This next point is a continuation from the last one. You need to learn to be your own support system. Clap for yourself, applaud yourself, appreciate your consistency. And consistency doesn't have to be something you do every day. Consistency is personal. Maybe you show up every week, you show up every month, but what matters is the way you show up. Are you showing up like Odogu Parara? Are you showing up like a slave? Are you showing up with the confidence that lets people know, I want this, I am ready for this? You're positioning yourself as an authority. That is what you need to ask yourself. Like now, for people who are on the online space, of course, they'll tell you when you're starting out, quantity, right? But over time, you know what to do, you know what not to do, you know how to set up your things because you have been on the space for a time. And then you realize that showing up every 3 days may not work for you. But once you come once a week, you show up with a banger, you show up properly, you show up well, because external validation may never come. If you want to be like Lady Gaga and living for the applause, I don't think it's going to help you, especially once you are starting out. If not, you'll quit early. Feeling stuck is normal sometimes. After all, you're a human. But if you think I'm not getting out of this, it's a lie. Just that what you're looking for will not happen overnight. It will not happen magically. It will happen with you being intentional. So if this video helped you, please sit with it. And if you're ready to do the work, you know what to do. So out of every point that I've mentioned, what hit you? I want to know. So put it in the comment section. Till I see all of you in the coming year, know that I love you, I appreciate you, and I want to say a big thanks to everybody that has been there for me, everybody that has made comments, everybody that has made me realize that I am doing what I need to do. I appreciate you. For those who have gingered me, I can't start calling names, but I say thank you. And to Frankie, like Frankie he's my student, but Frankie has been wonderful. He has helped me with my thumbnails. He has helped me by comment. Like every week he comments on my video. Like I was even looking for like, what happened? Now Frankie never comments. Like I appreciate you so much, Frankie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like I'm so happy that I have done this. There was a time that I didn't think that I could do this, but like, look at me now. So till I come your way next year, I love you, I appreciate you, and mwah, thank you.